The least popular or least iconic Pokemon in Gen 1. Gen 1 has so many iconic Pokemon. But even Game Freak has forgotten about certain Pokemon. So these Pokemon are either not talked about, not mentioned, or have not had any new forms of revival since then. We don't need to ask the question of the most iconic Gen 1 Pokemon. It's Pikachu. So we can eliminate Pikachu right away. Will we go over by Pokemon and will be seen if it's iconic. So of course all the starters will naturally be eliminated. These are usually the most popular Pokemon in every generation. Even if the starters completely suck, they're still more popular than most Pokemon in this generation. As well. The early bug type Pokemon. A lot of people remember these Pokemon because they're so early in the game. They're found very quickly and are usually Udori. Xavier the regional bird. Since the regional bird Pokemon and the regional rodents will also be removed as well. These Pokemon are very iconic and very recognized. Spearow and Fearow are recognized for their useful utility not in this game, but the generation afterwards. As there is a very good Spearow in Gen 2 that is basically for free. It's used in many challenge runs. For example, not catching a Pokemon challenge. So Spearow and Fearow will be off this list because of that entire thing. Raichu being the evolution of Pikachu will be eliminated. Yes, Raichu isn't as popular as Pikachu. We'll get to Mewtwo later. The Nidoran Pokemons will be eliminated because of how iconic they are. These Pokemon will be removed for that reason. The Clefable and Clefairy line will be removed as well. And Jigglypuff, because it's in Smash Bros, and Wigglytuff because of Pokemon Administrators will be removed. Zubat and Golbat are removed because of how infamous they are. The next Pokemon to be removed is Meowth and Persian and Diglett and Dugtrio. These four Pokemon are really popular. Psyduck and Golduck, considering how popular they are in many reasons and how known they are. Same thing with Mankey and Primeape. Considering they just got a new evolution, it would be unfair to say they're not known. Growlithe and Arcanine are some of the most iconic Pokemon of Gen 1, so they'll be eliminated. And of course, we have Abra and its evolution line. Of course, they are considered some of the most powerful Pokemon of that generation. So they will be removed as well. Same thing with the Machoke line as well. Weavybell will be and Victreebel and Bellsprout will be removed because of Team Rocket. These Pokemon will be removed for obvious reasons because they're basically everywhere in caves and water. Because people like horses and people like flaming horses, says they will both be removed. Ponyta and Rapidash. Slowpoke and Slowbro will be removed because of how useful the new forms and they also got new forms relatively recently. Same thing with Magnemite and Magneton will be removed. Farfetch'd will be removed because it got a evolution in Gen 8. Grime and Muck got Aurora forms, so they'll be eliminated as well. Gengar will also be removed along with its pre-evolutions as well. Ox will be removed simply because it's Brock's signature Pokemon. Rhyhorn and Rhydon will be removed because they're the first Pokemon ever added into the game, especially Rhydon. Krabby because of how unique it is, and Kingo will be removed as a result. Hypno will be removed because a lot of people remember how creepy Drowsy and Hypno are. Voltorb and Rexor will be removed because people remember them for being uninspiring. People remember Execute and Executor because of their Alolan evolutions. Cubone and Marowak got Alolan evolution, and also we are always remembered for the Dead Mother storyline that is used in the Pokédex entries. Rigatung will be removed because of how weird it is. Hitmontop and Hitmonlee will also be removed as well, as they're considered like one of those Pokemon that everybody remembers. Coffee and Weezing got a new evolution in Gen 8, so they're removed as well. Chansey is one of the more iconic Pokemon as well. Magikarp and Gyarados and Lapras will also be removed as well. King of Sky is iconic because it's the parent Pokemon. Ditto will be removed. Eevee and its evolutions will be removed for obvious reasons as well. Let's get out of the way. All of these Pokemon down here are removed. Dude, we don't need to question that. Same thing with these Pokemon right here as well. Articuno, it's Dorax as well. Tauros has always will have rovers because being too overpowered and Gen 1 Ubers. Staryu and Starmie are some of Misty's signature Pokemon, so will be removed. Mr. Mime will also be removed as well, considering they got Mr. Rhyme as well. And also, it is an important Pokemon in the anime as well. These four Pokemon will be removed Cypher because it's considered one of the best bug types, and also Scizor is one of the most popular bug type evolutions. Six because of how controversial it is, and of course Electabuzz and Magmar will be removed as well. Pinsir will be removed simply because it got a Mega Evolution, and the Mega Evolution is not relevant anymore. Aerodactyl will be removed because of how cool it is, and Porygon because of how unique it is. And of course, these Pokemon will be removed as well as they're the fossil Pokemon of that generation. Which leaves the rest of the Pokemon remaining. Which Pokemon line is the least popular line? Vulpix and Ninetales will be removed because they got a reasonable form as well. Forgot to remove them as well. Same thing with Sandshrew and Sandslash gain Alolan forms as well. Horsey and Scizor will also be removed because a lot of people like Kingswell because it's a dragon type. Cloyster is also used in earlier gens of competitive, so it will be removed as well. A lot of people use Poliwag as a water type as well, and yeah, Artist is in a lot of Pokemon games as well as a counterpart to Weeping Bell, and Victory Bell. Then we have the rest of the Pokemon. Tangela got an evolution even though it's not really liked, and also people think it's weird, so it'll be removed. Ekans and Arbok does have a fan base as well, and most of these Pokemon here are kind of the forgotten Pokemon of Gen 1. Seeking and Goldie will be removed because of basically in every Pokemon game, despite not getting anything new. And now we have these rest of the Pokemon. These are the rest of the Pokemon that Game Freak continues to forget about. Paras and Parasect did get a form of revival online for how forgotten they are, so they'll be removed as well. Doduo and Dodrio are less meme Pokemon at this point, which leaves the last three Pokemon lines as well. Which is the most forgettable Gen 1 Pokemon line. Also, Missyno will be removed as well, as that's not an official Pokemon. So first is Ekans and Arbok. Ekans and Arbok are poison types, but there is really nothing remarkable about them. Considering the fact that there's not originally from the region, but they never touched upon this as well. And also, Ekans and Arbok continue to change throughout Pokemon games as well. Venonat and Venomoth are just rather unremarkable bug types, and Seel and Dewgong are Seel and Dewgong. Well, I think we should eliminate Seel and Dewgong because at least they have the ice typing, and are remembered for being boring. Ekans and Arbok is remembered by that one YouTuber that complained about Ekans and Arbok not being in the game, which means Venonat and Venomoth, the least popular Gen 1 Pokemon. And of course, this is not a surprise because outside of Quiver Dance, there is really nothing special about both of these Pokemon. You can make an argument that the least popular Pokemon also could be Seel and Dewgong, because really there's nothing really too special about them. But really the least popular Pokemon are those two Pokemon. Venomoth did become more popular because it got Quiver Dance as well, and this is a very, very tough call. We'll move Ekans and Arbok first. Then it's down between Seel and Dewgong and Venonat and Venomoth. But even then, Venomoth is outmatched by another Moth that also was Quiver Dance. Of course, we will be not mentioning that Pokemon's name as you should know what Pokemon it is. So yeah, these two Pokemon are the most unremarkable Pokemon out there. Considering the fact that a lot of other Pokemon, including Oricoil, can word Quiver Dance, Masquerain can also word Quiver Dance, and Masquerain is not really a amazing Pokemon per se. Well, Quiver Dance does not make all Pokemon a master, and Quiver Dance is really only amazing on one Pokemon, and that's Volcarona. Yeah, that's the Pokemon we were talking about. But yeah, why would anyone want to use Venomoth over Volcarona? That is my question. Goodbye.